Hello, y'all. This is SJ Mud Turtle Cruises hubby again. I didn't think I'd be doing one this soon, but her and I were talking this morning, and she said, you know, I've never done a review on my R3, and we've had it 3 years, or she's had it 3 years, and today is a pretty nice day compared to the weather we've been having, so why don't you try see what happens. Go out and try and do a ride and review on the R3. So here I am, 2015 Yamaha R3. And I'm going to tell you, this is a great bike. I'm not even going to call it a little bike. It's just a great bike. It's 321cc. This was the first year for it. Yamaha experienced some recalls with it. This has already been done. You guys are looking at this. You're looking to buy one used. They're really a good little bike, but you want to make sure that when you buy one, it's had the recalls done. And this one has. You want to make sure the clutch bearing's been attended to. You want to make sure tank issue. I had trouble with the tank, the fuel tank, rubbing the frame, possibility of rub through. Some of them had ignition switch recalls, and yeah, so you want to make sure some of that stuff's done. Maybe there's more recalls that I don't know about, but look it up, find out what all the recalls were, and you know, it's pretty much normal for a brand new bike. You know, this was its first year, and they didn't have all the bugs ironed out, I guess. So, yeah, great little bike. I said little, and I don't mean that at all. It's just a great bike. For guys and gals looking for something to start out on, if you're into a bike that looks like a sport bike, but pretty much standard riding position, where you're sitting straight up, feet under you. It's nice. Get up on the pegs, nice and easy. It's really, I think this is one of the best starter bikes out on the market, especially the used market. Kawasaki came out with the 400, which is probably a little better bike than this, I would say, but these things, you can pick them up cheap used, and they're more than adequate to start out with. You can get on the highway with them. If you're so inclined, you can do over 100 miles an hour with them. And they're great, no surprise. Low torque bike, but when you wind it up, these things like living at 7, 8, 9,000 RPM. When you wind it up, it's got more than adequate power. It's got decent gauge package on it. I love the gauges. Easy to see in any light. Decent lighting. This has been modified a bit. Yeah, SJ's gone over all her mods on this, including pulling the exhaust can off of it. She likes the look. I think she's right in that. I think the bike looks a whole lot better, but anyway, good handling bike. You can almost, fall asleep when you're riding this thing. That's how well it handles. Very neutral. Not a lot of low-end torque, so you're not going to get really surprised. Whoop, missed a gear. Anyway, yeah, nice, smooth transmission. Tell you what it doesn't have. It doesn't have a slipper clutch. So you got to be a little careful on your downshifting if you're a new rider. You haven't learned a rev match yet, or you've blown a rev match. Watch the clutch on the downshift. It's prone to skid. But it's got, having said that, it's got great engine braking. You couldn't want any more than what this bike provides. The bike, the guys that want to ride them hard, canyon ride them or take them to the track, the suspension isn't stiff enough. But I'm going to take railroad tracks here right now. I mean, for the street use, unless you're really hanging it out, especially for a beginner. I just love the way the bike rides as it is. I'm 5'11" and long legs, short torso. There was a 2-finger stop. You can stop this bike pretty well with 2 fingers. Brakes are adequate. Really. It's a nice little bike. And kicking the exhaust can off Didn't really increase the noise level that much. Didn't mess the electronics up because most of the back pressure is sitting on the catalytic converter. It just made the bike look, in my opinion, and SJ's opinion, made the bike, it's a matter of taste. Anyway, she's done videos on everything she's done to this. It's a really good looking little bike. Hey, there we go, calling it little again. Excuse me. But it isn't. For those of you that are looking to buy one of these used, you really can't go wrong. You'll find them with low mileage on them if they've been taken care of. Make sure if they have a safety record, keeping safety records on oil changes, make sure you look at that. You can buy them cheap. I'm not going to say how much because it depends on your area. But one of the reasons why we decided to keep this bike when SJ got her 650 was it wasn't worth anything. So it doesn't eat anything, costs little money to insure it, and why not keep it? I love it. I've got I'm pretty old, and in fact, damn old for most people, and it's a fun bike to go out on. You have to work it, once you're experienced, you have to work it through the turns. You can't, go in on a turn in the wrong gear and expect to have fun. You gotta work the bike. You can't, if you want to have a little fun with it and ride a little spirited, this thing will keep you busy. But having said that, oh, thanks. I'll do the same for you someday. Today is Friday, so it's nut day. Anyway, he had to be a dick. So, I think anyway. Maybe I should have yielded to him. He was on my right, but I thought it was my turn. He did not. So, anyhow, getting back to the bike. You got to work the bike a little. I'm doing 45 miles an hour right now, and the tach is about 5,000 RPM. Which is good. Very nice. Whoop, let me pull the face shield down. And, this thing lives where I have a Harley Davidson. This thing lives where the Harley Davidson can't go and would blow up. And now I'm doing about 60. It's a little over 6,000 RPM. You can't be afraid to rev this thing up. This is where it lives. It enjoys this immensely, and for the experienced rider, you can have a lot of fun on this. Now, I understand the tires on this that came with us from the factory, which this still has, aren't the greatest if you really want to start pushing the bike. But for most experienced riders, they probably won't push it that hard, but it's just absolutely wonderful. Watch it, Bert. It's just absolutely wonderful bike to ride. And for the new guys, I can't say enough good about it. It doesn't have a lot of low-end torque, so you're not going to get yourself in trouble with it. Stops easy, gets going easy once you learn your slip zone on the clutch. It's just really nice. Huh? Wind it up a little. All right. Well, that was good enough to get my license taken away in any state. Not really. I wasn't speeding at all. Anyhow, plenty of power. If I had time today, I'd take it out on the road, out on a super highway, and show you guys. You could keep up with traffic quite easily with this. You can get around cars. Like I say, this bike's capable of doing over 100 miles an hour. I often tell SJ I'd like to take this thing cross country to show people that you can go cross country on a bike like this, and it's so much fun. So much fun. Just slip into a turn, and and that was mildly taken. I could have dropped a couple of gears and really, had at it through that turn, which it's nice for older riders. One thing I wanted to say, when I was first started riding years and years ago, I was always in a big hurry to get the next bigger bike, How to do it. Get the next bigger bike. And that was all I was flipping worried about. Get to that bigger bike. Yeah, get the... You know what? I made that mistake. And now later on in life, when SJ started riding, this is the bike she figured she wanted to give it a go on. And of course I put some miles on it, breaking it in and stuff. And I found out what I missed out on. All my life chasing a bigger bike, not all my life, but chasing a bigger bike. And I never stood still long enough to say, oh, I just never dawned on me how fun these things are. I mean, right now I'm not working through the gears or anything. I'm just riding. I did that whole thing here in fifth. And I didn't have my hair on fire, but it's fun. And the better you get at it, So, enough said with that. It's such a great handling little bike. It really is. And
one eternity later.
Oh, shit. I almost lost the camera. I gotta pull in it. I gotta pull over. Damn, that was close. Wow, I'm lucky I didn't lose that camera. Wow. Let me pick this thing up. Boy, oh boy. Wow. Hello? You still there? Lucky. All right. Let's see if I can't do this better this time. Okay. Boy. That was luck. Hopefully it'll stay put this time. Anyway, I forget where I was now. Nobody coming? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Let me put this down while I'm pulled over. So, you can see, this is the bike, and yeah, changed out the running lights. Not a lot of stuff done, but SJ's gone all over it. Yeah, little pipe. Okay. I don't know when I lost that camera. I'm lucky it got caught down in the... Yeah, that wasn't good. All right. Time to get going. Wow. Anyhow. It just goes to show you. Luck was on my side today. Don't want to push it too much. I talk about Lady Luck a lot. And Lady Luck was with me one more time. So. Poor little camera, we almost lost him. Anyhow, yeah, so getting back to what I was saying. The old heads out here that think this bike is beneath you, hey, they're cheap. Buy a used one in good shape and have a blast. If you haven't picked up a lightweight bike or 300cc sport bike lately and ridden one, you're in for a blast. Really. At least that's my idea. So, and anyhow, fuel mileage. About 62 miles a gallon. You can pretty much count on that. I've gotten more, but you got to baby it. And, yeah. So, how can you go wrong? Really, really a fun bike for anyone. Not just a beginner, but really good for a beginner as well. This is a good bike for anyone. Anyone. And let's see what trouble I can get into on the way home. Yeah, this road used to be fun until they straightened it out. You used to be able to get air on this road. When I was younger and dumber. This is SJ's old stomping grounds where I'm at right now. This is the area she grew up in. Hello, South Jersey Farms. This is her stomping ground right here. This is the area she grew up in. She's got a lot of fond memories from here. So, and here's the whoop-de-doos. At one time, before they changed, if you didn't want to get air, you could just get weightless. It was a pretty cool road to ride, but you know, a lot of people get killed. And it's got a name that reflects that as well. For any of you watching that recognize this road, you know how it got its name. Coming down this way. Did you hear that screech? Yeah. I was on a break and didn't have it, didn't rev match it. Yeah, if you're not careful, a new rider especially can, slipper clutches aren't a must, aren't a have-to thing for a new rider. They're kind of nice. But, yeah. But, you can see she goes down the road nice. Very easy bike to ride. In fact, it's so easy, you can actually develop some bad habits on it. You got to keep away from the bad habits. And I've probably shown a couple here. Yeah, here we go. And there we are, on the way in. Go for it, baby. And I'm going to skip shift. You can actually do that on these things. You can skip shift. And I just did. Boy, I don't know when that camera fell off. Oops. Okay, got it. Yeah, hate to keep stressing over the camera. Yeah, let me make sure it's still on there. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. I guess maybe I didn't have it pressed down hard enough when I threw the flipper, or the surface wasn't clean enough. I don't know. This bike's got a really good sound to it too. It really does. Even with the stock exhaust, except, you know, minus the can, this thing got a lovely sound to it. All right. Over the railroad tracks, and yeah. I mean, I'm riding in 6th gear right now. Didn't downshift, you know. I mean, as long as you don't whack the throttle open wide and don't really strain the engine and lug it hard, you can run this thing around town at 25 mile an hour in 6th gear. You know. You just got to remember when you want to lay into it a little bit. Anyway, on the way back, and yeah, hi sweetie. Great little bike. Can't say enough good about it. Of course, I have said in the past I never been around a bike I didn't like, but this thing really is. You could start out with this bike and you can ride it till you're absolutely sick and tired of it. And if you really want to get, you know, tough about it, you get tired of this one, you could buy another one and just have a blast. Really can. You can have a lot of fun. I do. You know, people look at me and say, "You have fun in an R3?" You're damn right I do. You damn right I have fun in an R3. And if it was a 400 Kawasaki, I'd have fun on that too. It's just, yeah. I don't want to plug Kawasaki too much, even though I happen to like Kawasaki. I like Yamaha. I like them all. But that new 400 Kawasaki, if you're going to buy something new, that's a nice bike. Really is. That's another bike. That's, you know, it's a bit bigger engine, a little more power, better handling than this bike. Kawasaki did a good job with that. But I'm on the R3. This is the R3. Whee! Yeah, R3. We're really whooping it up. And just approaching this turn, kick it down a gear. What the heck? Kick it down 2 gears. Oh yeah, look for that. Look for that apex. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love it when it does that. Yeah. All right. It's just these bikes, you got to work at them. You can't. You gotta, when you wanna, when you wanna drive spirited, you just gotta keep them at the right RPM range. You gotta work at it. You just can't fall asleep on the tack. I mean, if you're so inclined to do that, you just can't fall asleep on the tack. But other than that, that's what makes it fun. Many people have said it's more fun to drive a slow vehicle fast than a fast vehicle fast. And, 9 times out of 10, unless you're looking to really scare the daylights out of yourself, you just want to ride and have a little fun. I gotta go along with that 100%. People look at me like I'm crazy. How the hell could you enjoy riding an R3? Don't blame me. It's the bike. It's the bike. Here's a Grom. It's a Grom. I don't know if it was a Grom or not, but it was one in that category. Yeah. Ride what you like. Turn signal on. Today is Nut Day. Nut Friday. Let's go for it. Yeah. Whee. All right. Little 5th gear action. I'm not going to have any fun here. Damn it, man. Okay, brakes on. Oh, come on. You put the brakes on for this? Ah! Oh, jeez. Okay, time to slow down. Time to get off his butt. He's not going to let me have any fun. Damn it, man. Oh, I guess you got somebody behind me who wants to have some fun, but, yeah, hey, dude. I got somebody in front of me. We're not going to have any fun. All right. That said, I think I've pretty much covered it all. Nothing's gone wrong with the bike in the time that we've had it in 3 years. Just done regular oil changes and checkouts. I think we adjusted the free play on the clutch once. Big deal, right? And that's the size of it. So, until the next time, this is SJ Mud Turtle's hubby out and about, and you all have a safe ride. Keep 2 wheels down, okay? Bye.